Hi, this is Chris with GroupOne. Today we're going to be meeting with Wayne Froehlich from Wunder-Bar. We're going to talk about their business, of course, understanding that, and their wonderful bar gun product. We're going to talk about IT topics. We're also going to speak about the 3 organizations that we manage for them and how that IT infrastructure is managed out of this facility. We're going to talk about our partnership with their corporate office IT department, and then we're going to talk about various other topics like automation of the equipment, etc. Hey, Wayne, how are you doing today?
Doing great. Chris, how are you?
All right, doing well. Hey, maybe we can start off by you telling us a little bit about what Wunder-Bar does.
Wunder-Bar is a manufacturer of food service equipment. So every product that Wunder-Bar designs and builds out of this facility dispenses some type of a liquid. Of course, what's behind us is our flagship product, which is the Wunder-Bar bar gun, which we now currently have about 94% of the market share. We have other products, Starline, for an example, that In-N-Out Burger that basically dispenses different types of lemonades. We also have an auto saucer, which basically dispenses the pizza sauce that you would see at a Costco or Little Caesars or Hungry Howie's. Right. And then we also develop a Joe Tap Nitro cold brew system that we sell today to Starbucks.
Pretty neat. Yeah, so basically every restaurant you go to around America, you see these bar guns behind the restaurant bar. So all the soda that we're getting at the restaurant comes from those. Pretty neat. In speaking about IT in general, what might keep you up at night from an IT perspective, and maybe how have we helped mitigate some of that?
Well, I think that the key thing that should be known is that out of this Wunder-Bar facility, it's not our IT infrastructure is not just this facility. Basically, we have 2 other facilities that are Wunder-Bar owned, one down in Ensenada, Mexico, as well as one in Mundelein, Illinois, that are all driving off our servers. Yeah. Plus, there's also 2 other Middleby companies that are actually hosted on our system as well. The Coffee Solutions Group up in Renton, Washington. Yeah. And then we also have L2F, which is down in Fremont. What doesn't keep me up at night is the servers are running. Based on the different time zones that we have to work with these individuals, it's imperative that they have access to all the different ERP systems, as well as the drives, the servers, and so on and so forth, to make sure that they can do their business.
Yeah. So what I'm hearing is robust internet, robust infrastructure to keep all of the business lines up and running, which is what we've been supporting here, and I think it's worked out pretty well. Obviously, we've had things like power challenges and stuff over the years, but those are, par for the course. But
correct. When you talk about the aspect of IT, when I came to Wunder-Bar, there was an individual in place that was supposedly supporting us from the aspect of IT, but it was never a full-time job for him. And there were certain aspects of his role, as well as previous IT people, where they did not have the full gamut of knowledge in regards to how to maintain servers. Yes, they could set up a printer. Yes, they could set up a laptop. Sure. But when it got into the room, it became a little bit different. And each of them always had a different way of doing something based on how they felt it should have been done. Right. So when the last IT person had left the organization, I decided not to replace him. I figured that based on our relationship and stuff and what you guys do, sure, and the more that you did for us and helped unwind some of the things that they had done to basically get us to be much more robust and consistent, has been a godsend for what we do.
You like to play around with technology a little bit yourself, so you find yourself, touching a laptop here and there.
Every so often, but again, in that situation, but the laptops first go to you, to do your thing, and then I basically get them set up over here. Right. And we have some people on staff here that are somewhat IT savvy, so they can set up their own workstations. But other than that, we rely very heavily on you.
Yeah, we have a lot of partners that leverage the service in a similar fashion, where potentially we work with an internal IT staff or an IT liaison internally, and then we manage their IT infrastructure. And that tends to work really well for us. Some things that come to mind there specifically is making sure that we know our lanes. So we did have some challenges early on, but that seems to have ironed itself out now that we're working primarily with you, and I'm glad that's working out. How has your interaction been with our account management team at GroupOne?
Great. And they usually will ping me or they will ping Emily Hawes, who is my right hand, my director of HR. Yeah. It's seamless. And the one thing that I really appreciate is that from the fact with a little icon that we have down on the bottom of the tray, and you basically click on that, you bring that up, you say, I have an issue, boom, 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 it sends all my information, sends it off. And to know that it's been acknowledged, I get an email back.
Yeah, that's great.
And anytime there's a phone call that comes in and they can't get a hold of me, there's always a follow-up email for me to basically ask them the same questions, and then we respond from that piece of it. So
we're actually going to be implementing a calendaring solution that ties into our help desk software. Nice. So then we can align our calendars a little bit better so we're not having to miss phone calls and such. Nice. So that'll be something new coming down the pipe. This is a unique account in such that we partner with Middleby Corporate, which is a publicly traded company, and they have an internal IT staff. Absolutely love working with those guys. They help manage some aspects of the IT, and it's unique in such that in most of our partner cases, we manage all of the IT 100%. Have you noticed any specific challenges with that, or do you think that's gone pretty smooth?
I think it's gone pretty smooth. I mean, again, what Middleby is trying to do is trying to get a cohesive plan in place with all the different Middleby divisions that are out there, and making sure that, we're all on Middleby Office 365. We're all doing this.
Same security software.
Same security, making sure same hardware that we have on our servers when they do the updates, same backup software across all the different brands. So, and from that perspective, when there is a new, we'll call it a mandate that comes down in regards, okay, fine, now you're going to do this, then of course you're involved anyways to basically be able to help us move through this, or L2F move through this, or Nico move through this, basically to make sure that everything that's implemented and debugged and is working.
Yeah, and it seems to work out really well. We actually really prefer the standardized method. So it's nice that, so we support 3 divisions, as you're aware. And all 3 of those divisions now have been standardized from their technology stack. So it really makes it easy for us from a support org perspective to actually support those. We can document them really well. We know what, and all the systems everyone's using, and it's the same consistency across the board. So yeah, we appreciate that relationship. It's, again, a unique one, but it's worked out really well for us. So speaking in terms of uptime for the facility, specific to your IT infrastructure, what does it mean like when the IT infrastructure for you guys is impaired?
When our ERP system is down, or if there's something that's going on that does not allow us to print any of the BOLs, doesn't allow us to print any of the shipping documentation, and basically we shut down. Yeah. And when it happens to us, it also happens to L2F and the Coffee Solutions Group.
That's right.
So they also see the same impact from that perspective. So it's imperative. And as I said, about the different time zones, right now the facility Mundelein is in Central Time. And of course, we're in Pacific. So again, there's got to be a fairly amount of good reach in regards to keeping everybody up and functional. Yeah. And I know that when there is an issue associated with Mundelein, they find out first. I know they're in contact with you guys, and then maybe rebooting the server or something. Sure. So we come in and it's completely seamless. The only level of automation that we have here, and it's not more on the lines of, it's not automation, but it is, we bought 2 new large Haas machining centers to help machine more bar guns, give us additional capacity, because we're not able to put a 3rd shift on because of manpower.
Did you put it in here or next door?
It's in this building. It's in this building here. And
did you shift stuff over to the other?
We are in the process of shifting product out of this assembly lines out of this building, which is 87,000 square feet. The facility next to which is separated by a demising wall, is another 47,000 square feet. So we have the entire building. Yeah. So what we're doing is we're moving some of the assembly lines into the new building using lean manufacturing techniques to basically be able to set up single piece flow of certain products to make room in this facility for some additional products that are slotted for 2024. As far as the level of automation, the 2 new machine tools that we purchased out here do have a level of automation from the fact that they have we'll call them trunnions, basically, or carousels that allow them to load up parts on the machine, and then you can stage those parts. And as the trunnion's done, it moves out of the way. A new one comes in.
Doesn't require a human to go place it in there.
So we can load the machine up completely, push the button, and run for about 18 hours.
All right.
But those machines are connected to the network, so we can start pulling files from the network, as well as there's video cameras on those machines. So when you have nothing to do at 9 o'clock on a Tuesday night and you want to see if the machine's looking, bring up your phone, and you can actually watch the machine do the machining.
All right. So there's some tech involved with that equipment. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, but a lot of the operations here are basically, it's all manual.
Okay, all manual, yeah. Well, I really appreciate you letting us come and film this here. It's really impactful to our business for our partners to be able to talk and share their experiences with GroupOne. And we do value our relationship, and we appreciate you so much.